top to bottom male romance podcast where we celebrate all things male romance. I am Jessica.
And I'm Markie.
And this is our April top episode.
Yep.
We have a lot going on.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun episode because we have a lot of cool things to announce and talk about, and it's going to be fun.
So first and foremost, because we're jerks and we forgot to mention it on our March bottom episode, we did have a contest winner for our March giveaway. And our winner was Rhonda N. So you will have a choice of any digital Joe Cosentino book. We'll be sending you out an email, so watch out for that.
As always, we do have a couple reader groups, so you can jump in and talk about our monthly picks, our bottom books, or any books that you are reading that you want to tell us about. If you've read something recently that you really enjoy, or watched a cool movie, found a new comic book series you really like, anything that relates to male romance, we would love to hear about it. We've got two different groups. There's a Facebook group that's tied to our main top to bottom page that you can jump into and introduce yourself and tell us about all the cool stuff that you're reading. And we also have a Goodreads group as well. Both of them are just top to bottom podcasts, really easy to find. And we always have links in our show notes to either one of those groups. So we would love to have more reader engagement if you guys are following along on our monthly book picks. Jump in and tell us what your thoughts are, your favorite quotes, if you're digging it, anything like that. We would love to hear more about it. And of course, if you guys enjoy the show, we would love for you to give us wonderful, beautiful 5-star ratings on any platform that you are listening to us on. And if you super duper love us, you can join our banana harem by going to our Patreon page. We've got rewards starting out at like $1 a month. So yeah, if you super duper love us, toss us $1.
Or, even if you love us a little bit, you're allowed to do that as well.
Yeah, I mean, if
you know what? Okay. You can even, if you hate us, you probably aren't listening to us, but you can just spite us by throwing money at us.
Yeah, we would, if you hate us, would super hate that.
No,
I don't know.
Anyways.
Moving on.
So we wanted to start something new where we start to shout out new debut authors, either authors who have not had anything published before or that's their first solo book, just new situation kind of things. And we're going to name this segment.
Yeah, I think we're going to maybe test the waters on having segment names. So you guys are growing with us as far as this podcast goes.
So for today's Fresh Banana segment.
Yes. It's a new book by author Morgan Noel. She's co-written a book with a couple books, I think, with author R. Phoenix, but this is her first solo book, and it's called Not So Vanilla. It's an MMM romance, which are always fun. Basic premise of the plot: a guy with a fantastic, wonderful life and a great boyfriend are living the dream, basically, when his boyfriend's super hot friend comes to visit, and they realize that maybe they kind of want to add an additional person into their somewhat vanilla relationship. So it looks fun. I love MMM stuff, so I will definitely pick it up. I think since it just launched, I think it came out last week, it's on sale for like 99 cents, so definitely worth going and picking it up and enjoying.
Cool. One of our big features for what we want to do in the month of April, Easter was yesterday. If you're listening to this on the day it drops, we're kind of in the Easter mood here, and we are going to have an Easter egg hunt for you guys.
We have a list of amazing authors who are going to be hiding a little top to bottom egg somewhere on their website, so you'll have to go track down these eggs and tell us where they are. We'll give you details about the nitty-gritty in a second. But basically, if you're able to find all 14 eggs, you get entered into a chance to win A Day in the Life of Marlon Bundo. We're doing a ebook plus audiobook combination.
And just to kind of recap, we talked about this on our March bottom episode. A Day in the Life of Marlon Bundo is a book that John Oliver put out, which we're not going to go into the details. You probably already heard about it.
Yeah, it's super popular. And I think you had mentioned in the last episode, unless you've been living under a rock, it's really everywhere.
Yes, so we just had to give that away to somebody.
Yes.
Now, the physical book is impossible to find because absolutely everybody has just crawled all over this, but our winner will be winning the digital and the audio, like Markie said. And you can also go to betterbundobook.com and you can do direct donations. The proceeds for every single one of these books goes to benefit the Trevor Project, which benefits LGBTQ youth, and AIDS United. So really good cause. Go throw money at them because they're good charities.
For sure.
Who were the authors that we have? We have a long list.
We do. We've got 14, and I'm super tickled that everyone took the time to participate in this awesome Easter egg hunt. So first and foremost, thank you to everybody who's involved, because this is super fun. But we've got TJ Kloon, Jex Lane, Sloan Kennedy, Robert Winter, Gail Carriger, Isabel Starling, Cora Knight, Ritza Curtis, Katsy Snow,
Amelia Faulkner, Kazia Bacon, Crystal Lacey, Chris McHart, and Amy Nicole Walker.
Yeah. So a bunch of fantastic authors.
Yeah, I'm really super excited about this. So the details are it's going to run from the 6th to the 8th.
Right. So it'll be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You have all 3 days to track down all of these eggs.
So what you're going to need to do is you're going to note which author, which page on their author page that you found it on, and generally description, like was it in the top right-hand corner? Was it at the bottom? Like where you found it on the page.
Right.
And you're going to email that to toptobottompodcast@gmail.com. That's TOPTOBOTM podcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, and I'll put it in the show notes in case you guys just want to copy and paste it because it's kind of long. So yes, and that again, that'll start on the 6th. So you guys, there's a little bit of time. Take the weekend off, call into work sick, all that good stuff.
And we will announce the winner for it on the 13th, on Friday the 13th of April, and I guess we'll just do that on the Facebook page.
Yeah, that'll probably be the easiest way to do it. I'll probably tweet it too, so we'll make sure to blast it all over social media so the person knows who won, and we'll email you too when you win, so you get a heads up. That'll be fun. I'm super duper excited about it. We've been giggling about it for days.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Yeah, moving on to is it bottom?
Yeah, so as always, we are going to have our book of the month.
Mm-hmm.
So our pick this month is going to be All Kinds of Tied Down by Mary Calms, who is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So probably if you're a fan of male romance, you've heard of Mary Calms. That if you haven't, just kind of the blurb from her Goodreads page. Mary Calms believes in romance, happily ever afters, and the faith it takes for her characters to get there. She bleeds coffee, thinks chocolate should be its own food group, and currently lives in Kentucky with a 5-pound furry ninja that protects her from baby birds, spiders, and the neighbor's dogs. To stay up to date on her ponderings and pandemonium, as well as the adventures of the ninja, follow her on Twitter at Mary Calms, connect with her on Facebook, and subscribe to Mary's Mob newsletter.
Yes, so this is exciting because Mary Calms is an author that everybody knows and recommends to us constantly, and we haven't had the pleasure of actually diving into any of her many series. This is going to be fun.
Yeah. So usually when we start, or when we record our episode, I haven't started our book pick if it's something that I haven't already read before.
Mm-hmm.
I may or may not be over halfway through this one. So I'm in a period right now where I've got actually some extra time. I frequently don't have time to read more than just our assigned book.
Yeah.
And so, a lot of my other to-be-read stuff kind of gets piled up and I don't have a chance to get to any of it. But this book is really good,
mm-hmm.
and I'm not going to talk about it yet, but I am flying right through it, and I'm going to have time to start something else quickly.
Yeah.
I don't know what to read.
What we were talking about too is along with this series, because we were like, if we've got the extra time, I'm thinking about maybe trying to get through much of the series as possible, because her newest book, the 4th installment of the Marshall series, had come out early March. So I was like, well, should I try to read all of them, or should I go back to TJ Klune, also is it the 4th or 5th one?
4th one.
Yeah. So yeah, his 4th one just came out days ago. And I read the first one, I read Lightning Struck Heart, and you just finished the second one.
Yes, I did, okay. And it's fantastic.
Yeah, so I've been wanting to pick that back up too.
Yeah, so I'm definitely torn. It's do I continue series that I am in the middle of that I haven't had time to finish?
Mm-hmm.
Or do I read one of these other authors that I haven't had a chance to read yet? Do I
curl up in a ball and cry?
Yes, that is going to happen, but yeah. I can also read and do that. But yeah, TJ Klune is you need to read Wolfsong.
Look, I know.
You need to read it.
I know. And oh my god. So, was it Kurt or TJ that came out with that trailer today?
TJ.
Was it TJ? Okay.
Yes, and I posted it.
Yes, okay. Because I saw that you had posted it and I watched it earlier this morning, and Kurt's reading it, and Kurt's amazing. So I was like, shit. I really need to read this series, because that one comes out in July? The Raven Song? I think it comes out in July. It comes out soon-ish, and I haven't read that series, and I'm surprised you haven't killed me yet.
You just wait.
I know.
Because eventually I will tell you when the book comes out. Yes, July.
Yeah, July. So, yeah, that's on the horizon, and I haven't read that series.
So you really, really, really should read Wolfsong. So I'm going to vote for you to read that. But you know what? If I'm going to make you read something, you can make me read something.
Oh, this is a dangerous game. What the hell do I make you read?
I don't know. You can tell me to continue a series. You can tell me to read an author I have not yet read. Please don't make it more than 500 pages, because what if my time dries up?
Yeah, right. Well, and I also the stuff I've been super reading lately. You don't.
You gonna tell me that I wouldn't like it? Because
no, I was gonna say, you wouldn't like it. I'm like, that's a lie. That's just a lie.
Typically, the stuff you read, I tend to like.
Yeah.
I don't know that there's really been any deviation from that.
Have I read recently that that was super good.
Oh, I need to read Robbie, but I won't. But I've got to finish the rest of the Temptation series first.
That's tough. I should just tell you to read all those. You haven't read any of Sloane's stuff?
I have not.
That's what you should do. I will pick a Sloane book for you.
Is it going to be a Sloane and Lucy, or is it just going to be a Sloane?
Why are you making this harder on me?
Because that is what I live to do.
I feel like you should do one of their
combo books.
Yeah. Okay. So do Safe and Sound.
Safe and Sound.
Do that one.
Okay.
Let me see how long it is. It's 362. Is it too long?
No.
Okay.
Safe and Sound.
Yeah. It's kind of sad-ish. I'm not super happy. Like it's definitely got their wit and their like traces of their humor, but that one is. I mean, look at the cover. You can tell it's gonna be sad.
Okay. Well, in all fairness, you already know that there's gonna be some emotional things happening to you when you read Wolfsong. So yeah. So we're gonna make each other miserable and happy this month by forcing each other to read books that we love.
Okay. That's fair.
So this is book 2. Safe and Sound is book 2.
They're standalone. I mean, the first one's good, but I really like the second one.
And it's like for realsies standalone?
Yeah, like for realsies.
How is it a series then?
It's because it's with Sloane and Lucy's stuff. It's a different couple each book, but it's in the same universe.
Oh, I think we've talked about this.
Yeah. But so you can literally jump in on any of them and be fine, but it's cool if you've read them in order because you know who like so-and-so is when they show up. But they're also really good to be like, oh, well, so-and-so shows up. This is how this person knows them. So you're not like just like, oh, he's some asshole that apparently matters.
Okay, well, I have bought it. Here's my proof.
Okay.
Do you have Wolfsong?
Oh, my lord. Let me look. I think I do. I already bought it. I think I own it, and I just have it in my Kindle like a jerk face.
You are a jerk face. You need to read that book. It's so good. So good.
What was I reading? Oh, I was reading.
You were reading Destiny of Dragons.
Yeah. Nice. No. Pretty sure. Oh, yeah. See, I got Wolfsong.
Okay. All right.
So that's our assigned reading for each other. We have to... Well, you're almost done with All Kinds of Tied Down, so we got to read All Kinds of Tied Down, and then you've got to read Safe and Sound, and I have to read Wolfsong by the end of the month.
Okay. I can do this because I will probably finish All Kinds of Tied Down like tomorrow because it's so good.
Well, I feel like as soon as I start Wolfsong, I'll probably eat it all in one.
Oh, I did. I devoured that thing so fast because I just couldn't stop. It's so good.
Yeah. So, okay, we'll do that. Well, cool. Bonus reads. It's going to be a good month.
So you guys should totally tell us what you think of what we've made each other decide to read, and also tell us what else you're reading this month.
Yes, if you were going to have to pick a book for your male romance friend to read from an author that maybe they haven't yet, or a series that they must start, what book would it be? So not like somebody who's never read MM before, but somebody like...
already in it, but there's so much that none of us can read it all or know
exactly.
Okay, so actually I feel good about this because I have a really hard time making decisions.
Yeah, so this is fun. This might be something we challenge each other to do when we have the time.
When we have
the time is the big asterisk there.
Right. Something kind of segueing slightly still on topic. When we were doing research into the Marshall series, because I wanted to see what the newest one was, I was like, I think the 4th one just came out, and I went to go look it up to see when it had launched. It came out March 12th, I think. All right, don't be a jerk and tell them what you saw. No, I won't. But the book cover is a super spoil. Like, you look at it and go, okay. Like, I just was, So I wanted to bring up, what do you think? Is it okay for book covers to have something that super gives away, like, or hints at something? Or is it, like, you're already following the series, so fuck you? Like, you know what I mean? I think that in some cases, I don't know, I guess it really completely depends on how you feel about spoilers, because some people are totally cool with any and all spoilers. I'm one of those people who really likes to just be pulled along and, like, discover things as it happens, and especially if I'm only just reading through something once or quickly, I don't get crazy analytical about it. I'm just, like, along for the ride. Right. And so I have the emotional response that I feel the author wants me to have when something is divulged and happens as it happens. Right. I'm the same thing with movies. Like, I like to be along for the ride. So any kind of spoiler makes me have that mindset of, oh, is this going to be the part where that one thing happens? Mm-hmm. And, oh, well, I know that this is going to happen, so I don't have to be worried about anybody getting killed right here or whatever, So it's my own fault for looking at things. Well, and like I remember too, somebody had brought up that they don't like it when an author puts like, this is a happily ever after, like a HEA kind of thing. But I'm like, well, I like knowing that.
I like knowing that there's going to be a happily ever
That's a little bit different, though. And I feel like the spoiler that we saw ties into what to expect. Because, you know, she, even in Mary Collins' little mini bio, her blurb about herself, is that she loves happily ever after. Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, that's okay. And I'm like, well, okay. But some people are vicious about it. I'm kind of whatever about that part of it. But, like, the book cover thing killed me. I was like, well, okay, sure, but now I know, and now I'm like, well, poopies. So, I don't know. I think, I'm trying to think if there were any other book covers that... I think one of Charlie Coche's later books.
Yeah, after
the cover of something, I was
after
like,
I saw your show notes that spoiled that very thing for me, seeing the cover was like, oh, well, yeah, no, that's what happened.
Yeah.
So, to be fair, most of the people that are at that point in the books, they've been reading them and they're waiting for that new one to come out. So it really does make sense for people, especially for somebody as high profile as Mary Collins.
Right.
People who follow her have probably already read all of this stuff. So it's our own dumb fault for not...
Yeah. Well,
for being behind.
I made, like, strides to not read any of the blurbs, because, of course, blurbs are going to give away things, because that's what blurbs have to tell you what the book's about in a nutshell. So, just by default, some things are going to be revealed that you didn't know was going to happen, because you're only on book 1 if you're reading the blurb for book 4. But, yeah, like I said, the cover makes sense, and if you're 4 books into a series that follows the same people, when you see something and you're like, oh, well, okay, duh, but man,
you're not mad, shut up.
I'm a little mad, no. Now I just want to read and understand how they got to that point.
Yeah. You know, and that's effective.
Yeah, it is. So maybe I just answered my own question about the whole spoiler thing.
Yeah, you're a little salty.
It's a little salty, but it's a personality trait.
Well, without a little salt, it's bland, right?
Yeah, there you go. I'll take it. Yes.
Do we have anything else for the top?
I don't think so. I think that's all the stuff we want to rant about.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, we could probably go on forever just ranting about various things.
Yes, well, for the sake of our poor audience, I think that will wrap us up for our April top episode. Be sure to check out the Facebook page and our website for the nitty-gritty details on our Bundo egg hunt.
Yes.
And
yeah, when you start the bottom book, jump into one of our discussion groups and tell us what you think.
All right, so until we announce our contest winner,
we'll see you then.
Bye.